this tutorial video I am going to show you how I'm working on knitting a double folded collar or beanie brim. Actually this is a beanie brim that I'm working here, but this tutorial is one of my sweaters called Pilvinen sweater, in which I am making this tutorial here. So as you can see, I have kind of a tube here, in a way that I have two layers of fabric here. So I have first worked a 10 centimeters knit one and purl one ribbing, and then I have folded it and worked each live stitch together with the cast on edge stitch here. So I have kind of a seaming here, and then after that I have also purled a row. This purled row is not included in my Pilvinen pattern, but it's for the beanie brim that I'm working here. So the next tutorial is about the folded neck. So now I have my first stitch here. It's a knit stitch, as you can see, a knit column presenting. I'm folding this here, and I have a marker here which indicates the same column that I have here. So as you can see, when I fold it back, it's the same column here. So I will fold it here, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm taking my other needle, the larger needle, and I'm knitting. Oops. You are going to knit through the first stitch and the live stitch that was and the cast on stitch that you have, cast on loop there. So oops, and be careful that you don't knit through that stitch marker. So there you go. You have your first stitch here, knit, then the second one, and now you have to make sure that you are knitting the next stitch. So if I have purl stitch here, now that it's folded, it's knit column here. So then you go to the next. You have to help a bit with the needle to catch the cast on stitch there. Purl stitch here. Now that cable is in the front, it's difficult to see. There you go. You can pull this cable there so it won't bother you. There you go. And be careful that you are actually knitting always to the next cast on edge stitch. So this will stay nice and clear. That's it. You will go all the way around. Okay, now I have reached at the end of my magic loop technique other needle, so I have to pull this needle here to continue to the other side also. And as you can see now that I have worked the cast on edge together with the stitches, you can see it that on the wrong side of the work there is this kind of seam which forms when you pick up the stitches, when you knit them together with the live stitch. So I'm continuing to this side also. I will have to pull my needle here, and then I'm continuing the knitting. So I have purl stitch here, so I have to go to the knit stitch like this, then go to the knit stitch. So my other side is the purl column. Now when you work these stitches together, you can either work into the first stitch or to the cast on edge stitches. The edge stitches are not exactly on the, this is the first stitch, but you can also work next to the stitch. So this is the loop that formed when you cast on the stitch. So it might be easier to work to this loop. And since this column of seam is left on the wrong side of the beanie or the work, you don't have to bother that you can work. You don't have to be that specific. Either you work on the first stitch or on the cast on edge. So just make sure that you're always work to the next stitch that you have. Like this. Oop. Okay, and then continue to the end, and I will show what happens then. Okay, now I'm almost at the end of knitting all the live stitches together with the cast on edge. But as my circular needle got so heavy and it drops, so you might want to remove the last stitches onto some smaller needle. The cable needle like this is good that I have here, because I can kind of rest those stitches waiting there before they are going, and I can hold this much more easier in my hand when working the last stitches together with the remaining stitches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these stitches here, and then I'm helping with my hand here to get the last edge stitches like that. And once again I'm going there and leaving this stitch to wait. This is a bit difficult and you have to pull your work a little to get those last edge stitches to come more easily, and then you might want to help the live stitch also together. And then I have my last stitch here, so I'm picking up a cast cast on edge stitch there. To get it together with the last stitch. This is a bit difficult, but it's worth it. Now I have picked all stitches, cast on stitches, and worked them together with the live stitches, and I have folded thing here. And now I can continue like I was. I can also remove the marker or put it in the better place. I want to keep, since I'm working magic loop, I want to keep it here so it won't drop from my needle. This column shows where my beginning of a row is. That's it.